I left off last time having the man in the suit layer on top. I'm going to take his layer and click and drag it to the bottom so it's underneath the head layer. I'm going to move him by clicking on the move tool and move the man down so you can see his necktie just a little bit. I can see the top of the man's head, and so I'm going to erase that. Going over to the left, I find the erase tool. I click on the brush size, increase the brush size, and the hardness is very hard, and I'm going to bring that down to 0 and just erase the top of the man's head. Now if you notice, it only deletes the layer that I've selected, and that would be layer 4. I'm also going to double click on these layers and type in labels so that I remember what is on that layer. I'm going to head back over to Blackboard to find the next picture. I'm now on number 7, cucumber. I will use this for the nose. I right-click, copy, go to Photoshop, and edit, paste. This picture is too big. I will use Control-T and the Shift button to make it smaller. Click on the checkbox to accept the transformation. And now I will use a new technique for selecting out this cucumber. I'm going to click on the lasso tool and the magnetic lasso tool. I'm going to line up the pointy part of the icon on the cucumber. This will automatically look for the edge of the cucumber against a gray background. The other selection methods are not as good as this one. When I come to the end, you'll see the icon change to a circle. I click that and it is now selected. I would like to make a different type of selection. This is going to be a layer mask. Down at the bottom of the layers palette off to the right, there is a button with a rectangle and a circle in the middle. If I hover over that, it says Add Layer Mask. I want to do that, and so I click. You notice the background goes away immediately, but it is not forgotten. The layer mask allows me to paint by selecting on the layer mask black or white. If I paint white, the background comes back. And if I paint black while I've selected that layer mask, it's like it gets erased. I want to leave it like this. This is the best way in which to select, is by using layer masks instead of selections. This way, you'll never lose part of your picture. I'm going to make this smaller by holding Control-T on the keyboard, using the Shift button to drag the selection smaller. I'm going to take my cursor and bring it off the corner of one of the edges, and that allows me to rotate the cucumber. And there I am. I accept the transformation, and I'm going to go over to Blackboard to select the next picture. That is number 8, the cauliflower. I right-click to copy, go over to Photoshop, and edit, paste. The cauliflower has a strong dark outline all the way around, so I will use the magic wand tool, click on the black area, but this time I'm going to use the new Add Layer Mask. Now this is inverted. If I click on the layer mask and I go to Image and Invert, it'll invert the layer mask and show the opposite.